This is a Desmos tutorial on how to graph a quadratic equation, how to find its roots, how to find its y-intercepts, how to find its line of symmetry, and all the interesting things you care about in a quadratic equation. So first, we need a quadratic equation. So our quadratic equation this time is going to be y is equal to 2x squared minus 26x plus 80. And as you type it in, you should see this guy off to the right here. Now, this is a really powerful and awesome tool, Desmos. You can zoom in and zoom out, but we can see most of the interesting things we care about on this screen, but we're going to have to move to find that y-intercept. So first things is if you click on your graph, you see that there are these gray points, and all we need to know is what those points are to be able to discern where the zeros are, where the y-intercept is, and so on and so forth. So these 2 points here, which if you click on them, it gives you the values. Those are your roots or your x-intercepts, or your zeros. So 5, 0 and 8, 0 would be the answers for your zeros, or your roots. Next, we go down here to the low point or high point, the point where our parabola turns around. That's 6.5, negative 4.5. Now from that, not only do I get the vertex, which is just that number, 6.5, negative 4.5, but I also get the line of symmetry. I'm going to graph the line of symmetry here. Now if I go back to my graph here and click on this, I see that my x value is 6.5. To find my line of symmetry, I always just say x equals the x value of the vertex. X equals 6.5. And as you can see, I have a line that goes right down the middle. And that's exactly what I wanted. What I wanted was a line that cuts this thing in half. That's what symmetry is. If I fold it over, it'll be exactly the same. And I've found that thing. So what we found so far is the zeros and the vertex and the line of symmetry. So the last thing I said we were going to find was the y-intercept. And for this, we're going to have to do some scrolling. So I'm going to go with my finger and pull this thing up. Now I can zoom out a little bit. And you can see that our y-intercept ends up being right there. It shows up with a gray point when I click back on the graph. And if I click on that point, I can see that my y-intercept is 80 from the graph. So now I found my fourth thing, and that's it. Desmos is incredibly powerful and makes it very easy to do all of the things that we need to do to answer these questions. And that's it.